Hi everybody, Steve here at Mount Sinai Memorial Park in the Hollywood Hills, and I'm here to visit the gravesite of Lee J. Cobb. Cobb played Judge Henry Garth on the classic Western TV show The Virginian, and today I'm also going to visit as many of the gravesites as I can find here in the Southern California area for the other cast members of the show. And at the end of this video, I'll be giving a shout out to all of the subscribers who have mentioned the Virginian over the past few years and suggested that I make this trip. To find Lee J. Cobb's gravesite is pretty easy. You enter through the front gates, you drive straight up to the top of the hill and park, and on the right-hand side of the street you'll see this beautiful mosaic mural, and on the left-hand side you'll see the sign for the Garden of Shamat section. And this is where Cobb is laid to rest. His epitaph reads, "I, every inch a king," from Shakespeare's King Lear. Cobb died from a heart attack at the age of 64 in Woodland Hills, California on February 11, 1976. The Virginian aired for 9 seasons from 1962 to 1971 and was the third longest running network TV Western after Bonanza and Gunsmoke. The show was set on the Shiloh Ranch in Medicine Bow, Wyoming in the 1890s, and Cobb's character, Judge Henry Garth, was the owner of the ranch. Cobb left the show after the 4th season, but he definitely left his mark on the show. Most of the cast members came and went over the 9 years, and in fact, the only 2 actors who appeared in all 9 seasons were Doug McClure and James Drury. Actor James Drury died earlier this year and doesn't yet have a final resting place to visit, but he does have this memorial star on the Western Walk of Stars in Olt Town Newhall, California. And in case you missed my vlog from last week, I was here on the Western Walk of Stars to visit the plaques for Johnny Crawford, Chuck Connors, and other Western stars. Drury died from natural causes at the age of 85 in Houston, Texas on April 6, 2020. The name of Drury's character on the show was the Virginian. His character is the Shiloh Ranch foreman, and the show revolves around him and his top hand, Trampas, who's played by actor Doug McClure. And while doing a little bit of research for this vlog, I discovered that Drury's son, Timothy Drury, played with the rock groups the Eagles and Whitesnake. Part of the fun of taking these trips is that I always learn something new. Some of it comes from the research that I do, but usually the most interesting things I learn come from all of you when you leave me comments in the comments section. Doug McClure is buried at Woodlawn Cemetery here in Santa Monica, California, almost in the middle of the cemetery. The cemetery is pretty small, so his gravesite is pretty easy to find, and I'll pan around so you can get a better idea of where it's located. Sadly, McClure died at the young age of 59 from lung cancer in Sherman Oaks, California on February 5, 1995. During his career, he appeared in more than 65 movies and TV shows, but it was the Virginian that turned him into a star and a household name. Another central character on the show was John Granger, played by actor Charles Bickford. He's also buried here in this cemetery, but he's in an unmarked grave. Bickford died from pneumonia and a blood infection in Los Angeles at the age of 76 on November 9, 1967. And I wish that other celebrities and famous people would take a cue from McClure and add a photo to their headstone. Another thing I learned is that actor John McIntire, who played Clay Granger, and actress Jeanette Nolan, who played Holly Granger, were actually husband and wife in real life. They're both buried out of state at Tobacco Valley Cemetery in Eureka, Montana. Jeanette Nolan died in Los Angeles at the age of 86 on June 5, 1998. John McIntire died in Pasadena, California at the age of 83 on January 30, 1991. Ross Elliott, who played Sheriff Mark Abbott, died in Los Angeles at the age of 88 on August 12, 1999. He was cremated and has no final resting place to visit at this time. Hundreds of actors appeared on the show over the years, and obviously I can't include all of them here, but I'm happy to say that the rest of the main characters are all still alive. Roberta Shore, who played Betsy Garth, is now 77 years old. Clu Gulager, who played Deputy Sheriff Emmett Riker, is now 91 years old. Country music singer and actor Randy Boone, who played Randy Benton on the show, is now 78 years old. Gary Clarke, who played Steve Hill, is now 87 years old. Diane Roter, who played Jennifer Summers, is now 72 years old. Dawn Quine, who played Stacy Granger, is now 81 years old. And Sara Lane, who played Elizabeth Granger, is now 71 years old. A couple of years ago, I was in Woodlawn Cemetery in Las Vegas trying to find the gravesite of cowboy actor Chubby Johnson. After searching for a couple of hours, I finally gave up, so subscriber Stephen Porcher decided to give it a try and had much better luck than I did. He sent me these photos to share with everyone, and he also added a GPS to Chubby Johnson's Find a Grave Memorial page to make it easier for others to visit in the future. Now, I can't say for sure if Johnson ever appeared on the Virginian, but I think it's pretty likely that he might have. He was a character actor who appeared in around 100 movies and TV shows, mostly westerns, including Bonanza, Gunsmoke, and Maverick. So if anyone knows for sure if he ever appeared in the Virginian, please let us know in the comment section down below. Chubby died in Hollywood at the age of 71 on Halloween, October 31st, 1974. Thanks, Stephen, for finding and sharing his gravesite with us. So I thought I would share with you the number one question that I'm asked in the comments section of this channel is, have you visited this person's grave? Have you visited that person's grave? Have you done a video about this or a video about that? Have you been to this famous house or, this famous historic location? So I finally decided to answer that question here in one of my vlogs. I just assumed that everyone knew that every YouTube channel has a search button or a search bar where you can just type in, anything you're looking for and find it on that person's YouTube channel. Now, I don't know why I assumed that. There's no reason you would really know, but now you do. So if you're wondering if I've done a vlog on the Beverly Hillbillies or Bonanza or whatever, just type it in the search bar and any videos that I've done on that topic will pop up. So it makes it really easy for you to know if I've already done it or not. Now, I don't mind if you want to leave a question and ask me, that's fine too. But if you really just want to search to see who I've already visited, I think I have more than 300 videos now over the last 3 years that I've been doing my channel. So I have quite a few. All you have to do is search the channel and they'll come up. This week I'd like to thank my newest Patreon supporter, Kenneth Wilmot, and I also want to thank one of my existing Patreon supporters, Gilbert Clark, for recently increasing his donation. Thank you so much, Kenneth and Gilbert. I also want to thank my subscribers who have mentioned the Virginian over the last few years and suggested that I make this trip. High Plains Drifter, Trotter Horse Watson Jr., Justine 16364, Wendy Mudkins, Retha Stone King, and Meg Moulton. So I guess before I get any redder today, I'm going to hit the road and call it a day. So until our next trip down memory lane together, happy travels, everyone.